All right. Good morning. So I don't know what these messages will be. I shuffled. I pulled some cards, but they want me to wait to pull the rest of them so we can do it together. Let me just move this out of your way. Whew, they've been wanting me to do this for some time. We keep going through this. But I am here once again. Um, Trying to use my voice to share the divine, beautiful love and light messages to inspire you on the other end of the this side here. So let's see what we have. Nothing sexier than my authentic truth. And I am a spirit having a human experience, and I am here to get closer to love. Yeah, like early when I was driving, because I've been up since 5. So when I was driving, well, no, when I was standing in the yard, they were saying, I'm like, what is the message going to be? And in my head, it's like, the message is always regarding love. It surrounds love. Everything is about love, unconditional love. So that's so funny. From what is this? Starseed messages, Starseed cards. Guidance. You're not alone. You are guided by your masters and teachers of the highest realms. Abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations, and allow your soul's light to shine. Um, all right. And this is from Isis Oracle deck. The Dark Mystery. The Dark Goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. Let's see what else. I'm going to go over everything I have, already pulled, and then they will channel through me to give any additional messages. They're already telling me like things. I already have all these ideas and thoughts in my brain. Power over 7 scorpions. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring. So as to have, hold on, let me read it again. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring, so as to have power to affect lower vibration forces through your own will and spoken words. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment. That's funny because I was thinking of that word earlier, before I started the video. How, yeah, I have to pause and finish telling you this before I finish reading. Um, how when we watch certain things, especially I don't watch news, so I don't know what's going on in the world. I just tune myself to my own inner world and my own reality. I can't indulge in what's going on because I know I'm such an empath and I know I'm highly sensitive and loving and compassionate, where it will bring me to, severe tears because I'm a big baby. But doesn't mean that I do not care about what is going on in the world. So I need to state that as well. Like, I really do care. Um, Unfortunately, society has created media. It has been such a draining experience, and I cannot. So we just need to use our discernment when we are tuning into certain things to gain information. Um, with mercy and non-judgment, you can then manage a toxicity in your life swiftly and with grace. I should read it again, right? That line. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. The scales of balancing, give and the take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to heal the relationship between the inner masculine and the female energies. That's so funny because I think we have oh yeah, divine woman of the divine feminine, and at the bottom of the here is the divine masculine, and then we'll go. Hold on in a second. Connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for the feminine energies, as it holds the secrets to divine feminine wisdom. So dance, sing, and play. This is really synchronistic to my experiences over the past few days. The High Priestess. A mystery is to be unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. Okay. So, overall, I feel that whoever will let this message is on a, is a light worker and truly passionate about what you do and who you are. However, um, there are some things that you are not so sure of, but they're saying, trust that you are being always guided and protected. Trust that every experience that you are having is to gain clarity and growth. Trust that no matter how difficult or different the situation be in your internal or your external life, that it is definitely with purpose, and that your team is always going to be surrounding you, putting those thoughts in your head to keep you on the track that you're going, because the track that you are on is absolutely the correct track. Yeah, you don't know what's at the end of the tunnel. You don't know what exactly you're supposed to do. I don't think any of us truly do until we get there, because as I'm in that boat, like, I don't know exactly what the divine or what source wants me to do, but I'm willing and I'm open and I'm ready for this transformation, this change in my life. It hasn't been an easy journey, but it's been an exciting and, gaining. Like, I gained so much throughout this journey, and throughout everything that has been taken away or placed in my life. It's honestly a beautiful blessing. Um, so what if I cry? Like, if I understand, but so what? We're humans and we need to cry. We need to accept it. That's a part of accepting what is in our current atmosphere, our current auric field. Um, whew. So let me see what else. Hold on, I gotta look. Yeah, you're going through the whole divine feminine. So okay, they want me to tell you a little bit about my experience. So I channel in many different ways, as we all can. Everything's possible as long as you do it with love. The divine is more than willing to open up, and as long as you do it with love and try your best and have that openness to release the fears of what the world has placed on us regarding certain ways that we are able to attune to source, or our team. Because once we do that, if we have those type of fears and we set limitations on what is possible, for what is possible, and they don't want people to live like that. That kind of, it blocks us when we do have that mindset, because we're not opening up fully to what we can receive from the divine. Um, so I channel with a pendulum that I created. I created a board. I channel through the cards. They just validate for you guys what is already coming into my head. I channel with my art. I channel write. Um, and then they just channel through me sometimes. I'll be having a conversation and have go somewhere else because they're coming to me and not of me. They're giving messages, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm more than willing to be that, vessel and just speak whatever needs to be spoken to others with with compassion and, understanding that we all have different lines and we're all on different pages throughout this journey. So I just have to, let them do what they do. And some people don't always like it. And some people will put their distance, and they have. In my situation, I've said things that trigger people. But at the end of the day, I know I've never said anything to be offensive. I've never said it in a tone where I'm better than anyone, because nobody is better than no one. We're all equal. And then when they got over it or realized, they came back into my life, and it's cool. It's regular, and eventually they would bring it up and talk about it on their time. And that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be willing to be a support system for each other, no matter what. No matter what. So also they're saying here that you are having some new integrations and upgrades within you. I know I always talk about this because we're always going through when we're consistent in who we are, and we know who we are, and we have our spiritual practices, which will keep us clear from other people's energy. And we're determined to build a better connection with spirit or source or the divine, however you say it. They will always make sure that you are, not affected. So, and they're going to make sure that you get those integrations in the time that you need it, where it's not over, I don't want to say overbearing, like it's too much, where you would be frightened and backtrack. Just to share, I know I share a lot, that I've been feeling a lot more of the vibrations when they're around me. I feel the touches, the nudges. I'll hear the muffling of the voices. So when I hear the muffling of the voices, I know that's like my ancestors, my ascended masters, and the vibrations are the higher frequency, the higher frequency of our guides, more of the angelic realm, and like the original creations, I would say. It's funny because I'm just learning this over the past few weeks of who is who and how to like tell the difference. They've been working with me a lot on that understanding, because I know people do hear, but however, everybody's experience is different, and different divine spirits come in and work with certain individuals, because whatever their path is may be different from the other. Everybody's different path, whatever. So I know I feel a lot of the vibrations more than I hear the voices. So that's pretty cool that now I'm aware of that. And then I hear more of the higher frequencies when it comes to just regular noises. So I can be outside or on the phone, and I would hear the birds from the person's line. So you may be having more symptoms of ascension, and you may be noticing little differences within yourself. So that's just a validation for you that yes, it's real, and yes, you are growing, and yes, something is, you're incorporating something, a new gift, or reactivating something that was already in your capability of grasp that you had in a past life. And you're ready to integrate it into this life to be able to serve your highest purpose. All right, so I pulled 3 cards from the Lightworker Oracle. I like these; they're pretty cool. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink water because when they channel through me, I get really bad. Cotton mouth. My mouth gets really dry. Okay, sorry. So in the middle is wisdom of the divine feminine. Okay, let me show you that. So beautiful. So they want me, before I flip the other ones, they want me to look at this. Yeah, definitely wanting you to accept whether you're female or male, because it doesn't matter. We all have that divine feminine and masculine within us, and we all need to integrate for them, okay, into this human body, into into us, where we can be able to fully reach the goals that we should reach or want to reach in this lifetime, regarding your soul purpose, regarding your spiritual path, regarding yourself, period. Like, it's hard to explain because I know that some people don't fully grasp this whole feminine and masculine within us, and they don't know how to understand it on some levels, where we need to actually be in that mindset 24/7 in a regular day. And I don't mean it offensively, because I didn't understand it, and some parts of me still doesn't, but that's okay. My higher self does. So see the beauty within yourself. Be that light for yourself first before you even think about being it for anyone else. Okay. Pamper yourself. Go treat yourself to a new outfit. Do all the things that you haven't done for yourself. Do it now. I think that a part of the message, because you are working right now with the divine feminines, because it's not just one, it's many that work with you and heal your divine feminine in you. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you will go through, which are actually, I love the divine feminine so far. Well, not so far. That was so rude. I'm sorry. But I've worked with them for a while. I think that was the hardest part of my integration process, because growing up, I had so many childhood traumas, and in high school, it was a lot of things that made me think that I was not this beautiful being that I am. Because now I sit in this power of, I am beautiful, yes, physically on the outside. However, my inside, my soul, my essence, my heart is even more beautiful. And they were helping me really, really embrace this outer beauty in me, like every part of me. And for a woman, yeah, we have kids, and sometimes our bodies, they be jacking that shit up. But there goes the goofy part of me. Um, yeah, I have stretch marks. So yesterday was the first time I went out with something that like showed a little bit of my belly. Um, and you saw some of my stretch marks, and I was like, you know what? My kids are grown. My daughter is 18, my son is 11. And I said, all these years I've never really done that. And it was an amazing feeling to go outside and know that regardless of what anybody thinks, I am beautiful. I bear 2 children, and I am proud of that. So I'm not going to, cover up anything, or, try to hide who I am to please somebody else. No, not going to happen ever again. Um, Sorry, I keep going on these little tantrums. Let's see what else we have here. So we have divine grace, the law of efficiency. And we have another woman here. I see, like, this one's older and this one's much younger. I see, like, the blended. Something's blending in. It's just like merging together. So we'll go over these messages from the book. And then we have the cosmic heart, cosmic Christ. Yes. I see Lemuria here. And definitely, Christ. Christ energy. And yeah, I've been wanting to go to the beach, man. All right, in the water. So, all right. So let's see what they say. We're gonna go from 9. So the numbers might be significant to some people. I'm very aware of how numerology plays a huge role into our life. So the numbers are 9, 32, and 27. So we're gonna go read this woman of divine feminine. This wisdom of divine feminine. Oh, woman. Okay. They're pretty long, so I know this is going to be a long video, but that's okay. If you're interested, keep listening. If not, you already got what you needed. The divine feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envisioned a very different life for yourself, and what you're experiencing now, this wisdom to what you're experiencing now. Okay. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as reality if you are willing to grow into what you desire. To become what you seek, surrender any plans about how you can best manifest your dreams and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through the experiences each day. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all you are meant to be. The divine wisdom, the divine feminine reaches for you. The message is clear. You are in the process of becoming more of heaven on earth. Sometimes there are growing pains alongside the such growth brings. You may feel thinking your pain is an indicator that you are failing in some way. You may judge your suffering as a sign that you are not operating at the high enough frequency. Yet you yet how many spiritual masters upon this planet have endured great suffering as well as experiencing tremendous love and joy. All right. They just like made my whole hand twitch. Joy in the fulfillment of the divine destiny. Okay. They want me to tell you about my experience. I don't want to cry though. All right, growing pains are just part of the feminine path of creation, of breaking through what has become too small for you. This is funny because we were just talking about this. Listen, let me finish reading. When things are difficult or you're feeling doubt, when you feel the need to do something that scares you and challenges you at the same depth of your being, you are experiencing growing pains. They will pass and you will benefit from the growth. However, you need to know that whis- whistle this difficulty is in your life. I don't know that. Maybe I'm saying that word wrong. I don't know. The divine is very much with you, encouraging you, believing in you so much that it will deliver a tough lesson. You can handle it for however long it needs to continue, and that won't be forever. This oracle also brings you a message about how the divine feminine loves you and wants to help you grow with the least struggle and the most peace. If you don't listen to her, instead choosing to believe in fear, you may be terrified of your growing pains. You won't be sure if they will ever end. You may doubt your ability to turn adversity into triumph. You may lose faith instead of trusting that life has your best interest at heart and that you are capable of meeting any challenges that arise. Instead of trusting, you may believe the world isn't safe. This can keep you paralyzed in self-defeating, self-harming patterns. While these may give you a temporary familiar satisfaction, ultimately, these patterns mean you will continue to struggle and suffer under the weight of addiction or emotional pain. You deserve so much better than that. The divine feminine speaks to you now and promises that if you are willing to show up to your life each day and trust the circumstances before you, She will guide you into the most beautiful divine destiny. It is safe to trust her. She wants she wants sorry, I'm cracking up. She wants for you only the best and the most beautiful life journey. One perfectly suited for all you are and all that you can be. Your heart beats into perfect rhythm with the heart of love at the center of the universe. Trust your heart and trust life. All is progressing beautifully as you are guided ever deeper into the divine fulfillment. So the invocation goes, I call upon the wisdom of the divine feminine, and I ask for the blessings of nurturing, development, evolution, and growth into the best and most beautiful divine destiny for me. Through her loving grace, I am guided, protected, and assisted to become all that I can be. With gratitude and trust in the flow of my life, I relax and take the journey. As I do, I help to bring calm and consciousness to the world for the greater good. So be it. And as I'm laughing, excuse me, my ear is like popping. It was for many reasons because um, there were many things that they wanted me to say. So I channeled a few months ago with Isis, um, but the other day I was channeling with, as people may know, Lilius, but her name is Lillian, and she is one of the divine feminines. She's one of the original creations, and everything that was said in that book just now is pretty much like, she was helping me integrate everything that I am and helping me release fear about my externalness of being on, I guess, the fear of being on camera and embracing all my beauty. However, the experiences that I have endured, they also want me to say that it has not been easy. It hasn't. I am a mother and I had to make a very hard decision. And my son is 11 and me and his dad separated a few years ago. I would have never thought I would be in a place where I wouldn't have my child with me. I am very nurturing. I'm very involved. And at the end of the day, that's all I knew how to do was work and be a mom. I never had no identity. So it served my purpose. And it was beyond just, it was not my son as well and his father. But I understand that we have to make certain things, we have certain sacrifices in our life. And throughout this journey, I seen my son, going through a lot with him not having his dad. And at the end of the day, his dad was suffering as well. So I spoke with his father and I ended up sending him there for the year, which was very difficult for me to do. And you can hear it in my voice that I still get emotional about it. But I trust, I really do. And I did it without second guessing, second questioning, source. It took me a while to have the conversation with my son and give him the option, but I knew I was going to do it regardless. And another issue that I just went through, I don't even know where my dog is. So I've had my dog since he was 6 months. So I've had him for about 7 years now. And he's very destructive. That's why I spray painted that back there, because he fucking chewed the ball up. Excuse my language. But he's pretty much broke every window in my house. Trying to get out. He has really bad social anxiety and separation anxiety. Well, not social. Separation anxiety. And he's really has this fear of rain and loud noises and thunder. So anytime that there's rain or thunder and I'm not home, he's wretched. All right, he's jumping out fucking windows. There's my language again. Sorry. And I've been told for some time now, months, years, probably, that it was time for me to give him up. But that was very difficult for me. So certain things when we don't listen, they will be taken out of our life because it's not going to be, it's not, it's holding us back and it served its purpose. And we, me and my son had the relationship, we have the bond. And at this point in time, we've served each other well. Not saying that I don't love him or, do not wish he wasn't here. I absolutely wish he was here. I will never stop loving him, but I understand that he has another purpose right now as well as I do. And with my dog, I don't know. I don't know. Just he jumped out the second story window, and I don't know where he's at. I cried about it, and regardless if I find him or not, I have to surrender him because I can't leave the house because of my dog. And that's literally holding my life back. And it's stopping me from doing a lot of things that I need to do and that the divine would love me to do and that I'm supposed to do and help people and reach people and touch people by different words or just being in my presence and or being in their vice versa. There's so many things in my life that have been removed and been taken away because it served its purpose. We did it did what it needed. The person did what they needed to do, and I did what I needed to do for them, and that's it. And when things leave like that so abruptly, we have to just sit there and understand and trust the process and just keep moving. And yes, we're going to be emotional. Yes, because we are loving beings. And yes, we're not always going to fully understand, but we always have to trust. We always have to have faith that this happened for a reason. This is going to make me a better person. This is going to, open up more opportunities for me. However you need to put that into your head or understand whatever is going on in your current situation. Don't ever doubt the process of what is going on. Just know that in the moment that we're experiencing many of the things that we experience on this path, we won't fully understand it, but in a very soon time after the experience, we will. And you'll be so grateful for it, I promise. All right. Yeah, that was like a little bit all over. All right, so we're going to go into 32, the divine grace, the law of efficiency. And I need another drink of water. Well, nah, this is my monster. Oof. All right. It's time your life became easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead you to the best results. The law of efficiency encourages us to work smarter rather than always working harder. It is like learning to allow the wave to carry you to the shore rather than swimming the entire way with your own efforts alone or even against the current, which would make the journey even harder. It is like planting a seed at the right time so nature will help it bloom in the spring rather than planting it during the dead of winter. When it takes a lot of effort to keep it alive, and even then it may not survive. This is the intelligence of the law of efficiency and divine grace at work to hitch your wagon to the universe in this way. You need to learn to listen. I love y'all. I love y'all. Woo. Listen, I love them. Sometimes you will want to push forward, yet your intuition knowingly will guide you to rest. Sometimes you will want to hide from a challenge, and yet you know in your bones it is time to step up and shine with boldness. Despite the fears you may feel, The universe has a sense of of a natural flow, cycles, and timings that assure us that it supports every dream we dare to dream. Oh yes, that's another message I got. Was to dream bigger. Dream bigger for yourself because you are bigger than what you think of yourself, and you will know that soon. And I was being told that message for myself as well, to envision more for myself because the whatever I was envisioning, it was just a speck, and I need to like picture it, believe it's happening, believe, and I really haven't because I guess kind of a fear. But they're gonna push that shit out of me. All right. Like this says. Um there's a dream. And that everyone can come to fruition to due course. It may not look exactly as you expect, but if you haven't set it, oh God, but if you have set it in motion with desire and intention, karmic law will ensure that it finds expression. For this to happen in the most loving, graceful, and easy way, you must learn to hear, feel, and sense the current of life. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And work with them. I hear the cardinal back there. Rather than push against them. This is about common sense, allowing yourself to be helped, not making things more difficult for yourself than they need to be. Yeah, that's me all day. That was me all day. Imagine that you can have a chance to share a feeling of love in a room full of receptive people. See, that's my fear. I don't want to be the center of attention. Um, the time is right. They are open, and your efforts create the maximum effect for love's success. Or you could expand the same amount of your time and energy by arguing to get them to understand and receive your love, even though they actually have no interest in doing so. They just wish to have their own point of view, and for you to agree with that. No, that's when the fuck you walk away and you be like, deuces, I'm out. You can think what you think, but I know who I am. Right. One is working with the law of efficiency, and the other is working against the tide of life. It is not bad to choose the harder way sometimes. It can be a great learning experience, but you are being encouraged with this oracle to explore the easier and more graceful way more often, especially in this time in your life, because there is a helping hand, a natural wave of energy in life that is going to be able to support your rising spirit and manifesting something truly beautiful and special into the world. The law of efficiency is also sometimes known as the path of least resistance. Yes, that's the path I like to take. We must find the strength that comes from letting go and trusting the universe. Um, Trusting that the universe knows what it is doing. It takes spiritual CEDE. Okay, that's what it is. To wisdom greater than our own immediate understanding. Then you are surfing the wave rather than swimming against. Efficient to work with the life and its cycles rather than believing you must struggle and strain to be heard, loved, rewarded, and inspired. You have the maturity within you. Trust now. Trust that all will come in time. The invocation is I call upon the loving grace and master intelligence of the universe. Through the law of efficiency and the path of least resistance, please bless and guide me now and always for maximum success, joy, and divinely inspired fulfillment. May my efforts be wise and surrendered, powerful and efficient. May all beings be assisted through the divine mercy to discover the path of grace and divine efficiency. through my own free will, unconditional love, and divine grace. So be it. Oh, I like saying the invocations. All right, so we're going to go to the Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ, number 27. And that will be the last one for these. Um, this is nice. This is nice. I like this. I know these messages are long, but somebody, that is just starting off and that really is not attuned to all the understanding of how some people use their words, especially those big words. This is for you because that is not how I process information. I ain't get no damn dictionary to look up something I don't know. No, you better speak my language. Crap. You're elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a higher level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Christ, divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. Yes, it triggers and transmutes an evolution absolute, so absolute that we are irregular. I can't say that word. Irrevocable. I don't know. We increasingly become an embodied expression of pure divine will and an unwavering expression of divine love for all those who are in need. The process takes lifetimes to complete. As you proceed, you will receive countless blessings to support your journey and fulfill your soul's purpose of serving love. Yes, that is so true. There will also be tests. Yes, many tests. Okay? Many tests. This gives the spirit a chance to develop mastery. Yes, and a lot. Yes, it does. It really does. I'm sorry, I keep pausing because there's so many tests, but it really helps you build this bond with the divine, with your team, and the understanding of everything, that all is one. We're all one. We are all one consciousness. That is so true, and I understand that humans are not the only beings. All right. I don't have to go in all deep. They don't want me to. Okay. But all is one. We all share the same kind of, we're a piece of God at the end of the day. Um, there will be tests of forgiveness. It is easier to forgive when you don't harbor resentment at natural limitations, which is like being angry at the sun for not shining at night. And natural laws prevail. So I laugh at that every time. Whether we are speaking of the sun, a child, or ourselves as we grow, compassion allows forgiveness to flow more easily. There will be also a test of power. As you grow, you will become more powerful. You can use the power to help or hinder others, to manipulate them through fear, or to encourage them with love. You can nurture yourself on your path, or you can relentlessly criticize yourself for your errors. See, I don't criticize myself. I have so many errors. I am not the best reader, but I don't care. I am who I am. I love who I am. And I accept every beautiful flaw in me. You can claim your power comes from some superiority you poses. I don't know. Possess, my bad. Thank you, because I could say that one. Or you can see yourself as a surrendered vehicle, animated and purposeful action through the grace of the divine. You may feel others, but you are just as much in need of love as any other being on this planet. Correct. Know your worth, baby. Put that foot down. Okay? Walk away. Fuck that motherfucker. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had a moment. When you are full and overflowing. What you share with others can enhance you and them. It is not a choice between what nurtures you and what nurtures others, as if though those were competing needs. In the realms of the Christ, what nurtures you is actually nurturing for all. When you are feeling diminished or drained, you have been pulled out of your higher frequencies of peace and kindness to yourself, become trapped in unforgiveness or power games, or seduced by the lesser truths of another, rather than the truth of your own heart. Christ calls to you now to receive his love. If for you to receive his love for you and to allow your own heart to feel the grace of healing of this. It can be a challenge to learn to love another in a way that does not harm you. Perhaps you learned that love was about making yourself less in order to help another feel like more. Nope. This is not love, nor is it consciously choosing sacrifice. It is a heart acting out its scars from the past. Your heart deserves to experience real love. As you gently claim this for yourself, you will find much strength within, much respect for yourself, and a willingness to receive much good in your life. It is a time for you to embrace the higher expressions of the Christ love within. You have as much right to experience love, respect, and forgiveness as another. Sharing love in any way brings you closer to your spiritual mission this lifetime. I love how y'all closing this out. It also attracts prosperity and abundance. Let love in. You do not have to sacrifice to grow now. You just need to let love flow. Then that's funny how they're closing this out because literally we were saying I came in talking about love and how everything's surrounded around love, and they closing it out by love. The invocation is I call upon, I call on the unconditional love of the Christ in the form of Christ consciousness, kind and generous nature of my own heart, abundance of loving kindness from the universe, and unlimited forms of blessings. I allow myself to give and receive freely. All that I want and need comes to me in accordance with the loving intelligence of the divine timing. I feel much gratitude in my heart for the loving blessings and givers. May the light and love of the true Christ bless the hearts of all living beings, bringing peace, joy, and divine love through my own free will. So be it. So I did pull. See, this is it's funny because I knew they wanted me to do two, but I did pull some feathers, some divine feather messages to close it out. We have Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. Boom. Bam. One of these come back in my backyard. Somebody let their bird go. And I feed him. I made a bird feeder and everything for him. And he sits back there. He can't see it. My dog drooled all over the window. I'll clean it next time you'll be able to see out of there. It's funny because I haven't been waking up early, and I woke up early today, and I had let the dog, my other dog out, and he came down there. And I didn't have bird seeds, and I felt so bad. I had to run to the store and get him bird seeds, and he hasn't come back. And he flew almost really close to me. I wanted to fly on my shoulder. All right, Crow. Universal laws and truths are now being revealed. They said this twice to you. Use this energy to create your reality. So manifest. But they said this twice. They said this twice. Yes, they did. Where is it? With Isis, the Isis Oracle. The High Priestess. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal. Okay? So, no. Excuse me, I burped again. Sterling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. See, didn't they were talking about going out, being social. Wasn't I talking about that too? Walking, I don't know. Just going out. Yeah, I was talking about how I want to do this. Yes. See? Bam. All right. I love you guys. Sending you much love and light and healing and bravery and strength and that divine feminine energy. Yes, embrace it. It's beautiful. And next, they want you after integrations, they will be working with this divine feminine, divine masculine energy. I feel that is like the next course of action for people. Now, those are your messages. I love you. Be brave. Speak your truth. Even if you do it like I do in moderation, okay? It don't matter. You're trying. You're doing it. You're making baby steps. Keep pushing because it's gonna flow through, and you're gonna be more consistent with whatever your dream is and whatever path you're on. Um, don't let anybody discourage you. Stay positive. And when somebody does try to defeat you, you just attune, you walk away, you call in your team, and best believe they will hold you close, okay? And they will let you know what you need to do. All right. Love and light.